What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Stef ABtv. On my right, Mr. Luke from Hampshire. How are you? We meet again, sir.
We do.
We meet again.
We do.
Although your car's a bit green.
And your car doesn't look like an A45 anymore.
No, it's not A45 anymore. Right, so the purpose of today's video is I am swapping my Alfa Romeo 4C for Luke's Golf R. Now, a little bit of clickbait, I'm not even gonna lie. I had to get you in somehow. But I'm literally going to be switching my car for Luke's, and Luke's gonna have a go in mine, because I think it'd be really cool for you to experience the 4C.
Definitely.
And for me to have a drive in the Golf R, because when we last did a video together, I went out in the Golf R, but didn't actually drive it. So I just want to see what it's like. So
I think you'll like it.
It should be good fun.
Yeah.
So I think what we do, we get in the car, I put a GoPro in one car, a GoPro in the other, and you just see what we're getting up to, really. So without further ado, enjoy.
I see what you mean about it being quite tricky to get in.
It's low, isn't it?
I'm a bit shorter than you, so I love how it's so simple in here. But you don't buy this car for luxury or anything. But it's a nice place to be. I love how you can see that carbon. There's carbon everywhere.
I'm going to leave you to it. Enjoy.
All right. Bye. Okay, so funny story about this car, really. My dad, not my dad, my uncle used to have a 4C years ago, quite well, kind of when they were first released. And that is the only experience I've had in one, and I don't remember. He doesn't have the car anymore, so I didn't drive it, so I don't really know what I'm doing. And now he said that I can do launch control. We're in dynamic, we're in auto, foot on the brake, accelerator. You know, this thing is an absolute laugh, right? It's technically a go-kart. It's less than a ton, so I was doing a bit of research. And it's so light, it's probably as light as this GoPro. And yeah, it's mental. I was quite shocked with that little launch control. But when you get moving, this steering is so nice. It's only when you parallel park, or try to parallel park, that it's a little bit of an issue. We'll turn around up here, we'll try to turn around anyway, and head on back to Stef. I'm trying to put it in reverse. There we go. This is, oh, Jesus.
How's that, laddie?
I wasn't sure if it was actually going to do the launch control, because it didn't come up or anything.
It did though, right?
Well, it did the launch control. It did the launch control. Mate, I love it.
It's cool, isn't it? All right, Golf R. Now this should be good fun. Immediately we have mucho more luxury in this than in the 4C. Make sure this is warm. Yes, she is warm. I'm gonna give this a launch. Wow, there's an interesting feel here. In fact, you know what it is? I think the Golf R is such a cool hatchback. Like, so many people love this car, and I can see why, because it's attainable. You can get them for good money. You can get, I think, the Mark 7s for like 16 grand. Obviously this is the 7.5, but Luke's done some really nice things to this, and I love the kind of digital display, the virtual cockpit thing. But the stuff you really want to see is the launch control. So here we go.
How was that?
Hey, that launch is really good.
It's mad, isn't it?
I was just saying that launch is better than my A45 when I had it.
Seriously?
Like the way it dumps it just lands right on the power and goes. Like with the A45, it felt like it bogged down just a touch, or it just went too much and lit the wheels up.
Okay.
I'm impressed with that.
That's quite interesting, because that is the first time that I've heard the launch control from the outside.
Oh really?
It's loud.
It's loud.
It's loud. And ignore my door shuts.
No, mate. Do you know what? I think the wrap The wrap looks superb, man.
In person, it looks
yeah,
good.
I'm just saying, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it looks so good.
Yeah.
So what did you think of that?
I love that.
Yeah?
I want to go for another spin.
Yeah, we don't. Anyway.
Oh god, I wasn't ready for that. Oh, she goes. Oh, she goes.
It lit the wheels up a little bit there. Okay, we've moved to a different part of the estate now, a part for Luke to have a bit of a more real world drive, although the terrain here does seem very interesting. I mean, I haven't actually driven the 4C on this. You guys would have probably seen I've done videos here with Luke before, but I'll be quite intrigued to see how it fares, because yeah, the terrain isn't good, so this might throw him a bit. Anyway, here you go.
Okay. Oh no, he's gonna put his seat back again. Right. I can't stop talking about this carbon tub. I love it how, I mean, in some modern supercars you don't even get that. You just glance down, it is everywhere. It's all around you. So it is rather loud. And away we go. Oh, it goes, this thing. It really goes. It's almost like I'm not expecting it. Okay, with third gear now, 30. When the turbos kick in, 40, 50, 60. Although this steering is a pain when you're kind of manoeuvring, when you're on the move, it's so direct and sharp. And actually, going down this road now where we've got some undulations, I see what Stef means about the tracking on this car, or kind of how it's set up. It does throw you around. I know he has had the geometry done on it, but still, it does throw you around. You've got to really drive it. You don't like to sit back and kind of just cruise along, whacking through the gears. You've got to drive it. You've got to concentrate. And that's what I like, because you don't get that in many other cars, I think. And when you lift off, you get a lot of turbo noise, not only from just behind you, but also through the exhaust as well. Because this car is so light, it absolutely flies. I don't know if you can see my hands as well. I'm literally having to fight this thing to keep it in a straight line. It's fun. It is so fun to drive.
Luke's quite a short guy, so let's just move away and then we'll start talking. Right, so what do you want to know about this? If you want to get all the factual, technical information stuff, let me get back into sport. There you go. You can Google most of it, but let's be honest. So this car, £34,000 give and take for a Mark 7.5, 300 horsepower in the form of a TFSI engine, I believe. What else you get? 0 to 60 time on paper, 4.5 seconds, which is really quick. And actually, for what you get in this car, I genuinely do think it's a really, really, really good purchase. It's so diverse. You can pretty much do everything with it. I mean, let's do one more blast once we're here. I'm not going to launch. Let's just foot to floor. Yeah, I mean it is so quick. There you go. 100 mile an hour. I'm losing everything. 100 mile an hour in a private location, so no one can say anything. It's super quick, this car. It really is. And I mean, like I said earlier on when I was doing the launch stuff, I find that the seats are really comfy. The steering feel on this is nice. It's got a nice kind of steering wheel. I know Luke's put on these super cool major big paddles, which means that you're never going to miss a shift in this car. But I mean, the main part really for me on this is, you know, the feeling, oh wow, that just took in fact, that's a good point, just took a speed bump like it wasn't even there. And obviously I'm comparing it to the 4C, but what you get from this car is you get practicality. You get practicality. This has got 5 doors, it's got 5 seats, it's got a big boot, it's quick, it's nimble. You can do whatever you want with this car. And actually, personally, I really like it. And I know there's a lot of people who will be like, oh, what would you rather? Golf R, A45, RS3. And they're all kind of very different. They're all kind of, for me, they fall into different subcategories. So I think Golf R and S3 and probably Hyundai i30N, they all kind of group themselves, and now A35, they all kind of group themselves up in one. I think A45 and RS3, they're in another league at the moment. Although, to be fair, I've seen people get silly power out of these cars, the Golf Rs, and it just shows you how tunable they are. I think you get so much for the money, and like I said earlier, you can pick one of these up. It doesn't need to be a 7.5. I think the main difference between the 7 and the 7.5 is that I think one's a 6-speed and one's a 7-speed, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong below. The rest of it is mainly cosmetic, but what you do get from the version prior is you can pick one up relatively good mileage for around 15 grand. Now that for me is a flipping bargain. A bargain. And the DSG, the exhaust, that sounds really, really good. It powers through the revs like there's no tomorrow. The brakes are really good. Brakes are good on this thing. The suspension is good. Like I said, it's quite forgiving. If you want to throw it around a bit, there isn't much roll in this car. That is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? That flipping launch is unbelievable. In fact, that's probably one of the best launches I reckon there is. Well, I've not been in an RS3, so I can't really give you an update on that, but what I can tell you is that this does pick up speed seriously quick, and it's a great car. Now, I know that the whole purpose of this video really isn't to be a review. It's a bit of fun between Luke, myself, and yeah, I just thought it'd be good fun to drive his Golf R. And my word, what a car this is. I do like it a lot. Obviously, would I actually swap it for the 4C? I think it's, if I had the choice of only one car, yeah, it might be questionable, but I love Italian cars. I love the 4C. It is generally incredible.
I imagine it's a bit different to drive than your car.
Mate, I was just saying, like this is so refined in the fact that it does everything really well.
Yeah,
it does everything really, really. I mean, the launch on this is fantastic. I just did another cheeky one back there, but it bites so well.
Yeah.
The steering's lovely. It's really comfortable. But the thing you get with this, I'll get out and we'll stand over there.
Yeah.
The thing that you get with this that you definitely don't get with that is the practicality element.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you know, this is just, it's beautiful. I love the look of this. But if you need one car, Golf R's a great choice, man. Great choice.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, and I have to say, the way this thing looks now, mate.
You like?
Absolutely incredible. I guess let me grab the camera off you. What's your kind of final verdicts on the 4C?
I've never driven anything like this before.
Yeah.
Never. And I've driven a lot of cars off camera, and there's just nothing like it. Like what we're saying, Porsche Boxster, yes. Lotus, yes. But it's not an Alfa 4C. And I love it, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Alfa have got any plans to kind of replace this car, but I think it's a future classic.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Look at it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Especially in this spec, you've nailed it.
Thanks, man. Oh no, the number plate fell off.
Oh no! Should we say peeled off?
Yeah, exactly that, exactly that. Well, we are on private land, so everyone can chill. But mate, no, thank you so much first of all for being on the video and letting me have a go in the Golf R. Like I said, yeah mate, like I said to everybody in the video, it's a bit of fun. There isn't anything really serious about this. It was just a kind of opportunity for us to do a little bit of a car swap, have a bit of fun on a Saturday afternoon, and also film a video for Luke's channel. So if you haven't already, make sure to check out Luke's channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. My name's been Steph. You guys of course have been awesome. Make sure to subscribe for plenty more content, and I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.